Hey everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports, and welcome back to Power Play. We're joined, as always, by Chris Uminski. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Brian. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! And with the new year comes the tradition, the Winter Classic. Tell me about it this year. How did it go?
It was a pretty good game. I wouldn't say there were any huge, big, memorable moments. At least none that stood out to me. It was. I was excited for this because they were playing it at Wrigley Field. And I'm a big Chicago Cubs fan, and it was the Blackhawks versus the Blues. I was rooting hard for the Blackhawks in this one.
Mhm.
I'm still a little sore from that
Yeah, from a
from
few
that
years
from that
ago.
cup final. But
Understandable.
yeah, but I made the wrong choice, Brian.
Yeah. Yeah, so what was the final score? This one, bit of a blowout, right?
Yes, which we haven't seen in a Winter Classic in a while.
Mm,
At least like the first period, it was relatively um competitive, but in the end, it was 6-2 Blues.
yeah.
Um,
So,
which is pretty reflective of where the Blackhawks are at right now.
right. Yeah, I think, after everything that happened with the Blackhawks, they'll probably have to have a few years where they gotta rebuild everything, right?
Yeah, not a whole lot of people want to go and play for that team right now.
No, understandably so, given everything. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously Wrigley Field, such an iconic venue in America with you know, the Winter Classic being there. Like when they came to Fenway a few years ago, that was fun.
Oh
Um
yeah,
like, it's just I don't know, it's just cool. This is such a cool tradition.
it really is. This is one of my favorite sports traditions. Like this and the Super Bowl are the two
Right.
like big sports things I look forward to every year.
Yeah. So good for the Blues. Bad for maybe our rooting interests given the history there, but yeah, all in all. So last time we talked, things weren't going great for the Bruins. Um,
No,
how has it been since then?
I, me and most of Bruins Nation have been a little worried about our boys. No, they're not doing so hot. They're still just over a, a 50% win, but lately they've been doing really well against some really good teams. So I'm a little more optimistic than I was, say, 2 weeks ago, last time we talked, or whenever it was.
Right. What do you attribute to their slight turnaround in the last few weeks?
Um, I think I wonder if the coaching change is making a difference. Um, Goaltending seems a little bit stronger too. I think Jeremy Swayman is starting to come into his own as the top guy. Um, I mean, don't get me wrong, we still miss Linus Omar. I hate seeing all these articles like, "Oh, the Senators are making the playoffs today, and it's because of Linus Omar." Like,
Yeah, it's tough.
thanks, but, but they're looking better. Brad Marchand has been playing a lot better too. So has David Pastrnak. Overall, I don't know what this. I feel like every year we go through this where they have a slow start and we're like, oh, they don't look so great.
Hmm.
Like this year, there were a lot of noticeable changes, especially with the goaltending. But yeah, like four to nothing against the Blue Jackets, 4-1 against the Capitals, 3-1 against the Sabres, and going to overtime against the Oilers. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, no doubt there. I think oh, I guess how should I put this? What are your kind of adjusted expectations now that everything's kind of settled from, the goalie uncertainty at the beginning of the season to our head coach or manager rather being fired? Is it head coach or man? What's the correct term here?
It's the head coach.
Head coach. Thinking baseball. It must
Yeah.
be. The Winter Classics got me all turned around. Um, in my sports terminology. So, head coach getting fired. Like, what's the adjusted expectation for the Bruins from you?
From me, they're well positioned to make the playoffs, so I
Mhm.
expect them to. And then once we're there, I expect to win at least the first round.
Okay. So that's kind of like, I know, like with hockey, a lot of teams do make the playoffs, but like that'd be a pretty good season, right?
Oh yes, and especially with our playoff struggles, I am setting the bar a little higher for them. Like, all right, you haven't made the second round in a few years now. Let's go do that.
Right. I mean, I'm of course, my viewpoint is a bit poisoned by my Dolphins fandom and how the Dolphins have not won a playoff game in 25 years, Chris. It's been since 2000. So I hear like, oh, win a series. That's great. I would do anything to see the Dolphins do advance through a round. Oh my God. I know expectations are a little different.
Yes.
So yeah, we'll see. Anything else you wanted to add before we get on out of here today?
Nope. I guess returning to a long-running segment of our Ovi watch. We're watching Alex Ovechkin get closer and closer to beating the all-time goals record. He is currently 24 goals away at 870 from tying Wayne Gretzky,
That's
25 from
crazy.
beating the record. And I think that is beyond doable this year.
Yeah. Oh, that's so exciting. Good for him. Good for Capital fans. I mean, records are meant to be broken. I hate when people are like, I mean, I guess if you're Wayne Gretzky or if you're a Wayne Gretzky super fan, you're probably like, I don't want him to do it. But I feel like records are meant to be broken. And in the NFL this week, Saquon Barkley could potentially get the rushing record, but they don't seem to want to let him play in a otherwise meaningless game, which I think's dumb because that rushing
Let him go.
record,
Let him go for
yeah,
it.
I don't know.
This is.
Maybe I just like watching records be broken because it's fun, but I mean, when are you ever going
Yeah.
to get another chance to
I
have
mean,
the
I
rush?
know. I know. For me, as a Patriots fan, like there's nothing much really for me to look forward to when I want to watch football. Let's
Right.
let's watch a record get broken, maybe.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I thought you were going to be like, I'm worried about Mahomes passing Brady for most Super Bowls with a, team or with in general. But I mean, he's still got four more to tie Brady. That'd be crazy. Um, for the all-time goal record, you said you think it's going to be this year. Um, well, I guess what kind of pace is he on right now? How many goals does Ovechkin have right now this season?
So on
Next
the
year,
season right now, let me. I'm just looking at like his career.
right? Yeah,
Uh,
a different sort.
um, he is at. So he usually averages around 50 goals a season.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Let's check his season. So he's a little short right now of that. He's at 7. He's at 17 goals right now,
Hmm.
but we're still pretty early in the season. If we're going until the end of May, like the Capitals are expected to, then I think he has plenty of time to at least tie this record.
Yeah, no, it should be fun. We'll be keeping track of it, of course. Yeah. Other than that, anything you want to promote before we get out of here?
I nope. I think that's it. Just I'm in a band, Basics Plus. Go follow us. Got shows coming
Yes.
up. Have music out. Check that out on Spotify. All the services.
Yes, go check it out. I'll have the Spotify link in the description, so go check that out. And yeah, other than that, please check out all of our channels: Wicked Good Sports, Those Fake Nerds, Better Radio, and of course, Wicked Good Everything. Chris, thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thank you.
We'll see you all in the next one.